First of all, you've asked a good question about what program. Why don't we do this ad hoc? Why don't we just do this one-offs? Well, I would say to clients, if you're training for marathon, like I have and many others have, you can't do that ad hoc. Right? You have to commit to some sort of a process, right? You don't do this on a one-off basis. In fact, we don't do it that way. It won't be successful. Obviously, we have some programs that are more limited than others, so that is for sure. So we have a number of different programs. We have programs that range from very limited to more extensive. So they really range in budget. Our resume programs range anywhere from $300 to $700. Our formal programs range anywhere from $500 to $7,500. There's kind of a wide range of different levels, different segments. People hear the $7,500 and think, well, I don't want $7,500. Well, there's different levels, right? So they can range from $500 to $2,000, from $2,500 to $5,100, and $5,100 and above. So there's kind of different levels, and they incorporate different tools, different amount of sessions. And the initial consultation is to determine, what your needs are, and also what your budget is and what's going to make sense. We have payment programs. We have no interest payment programs. So some clients, it's a non-issue. They just pay us, and that's fine. Others, it's a monthly basis. We bill in a monthly basis, MasterCard, Visa, whatever that is. It's a very simple way of doing it. We don't charge interest. Our role is to make sure we assign the right coach to you. So once we've chosen the program that we think is going to suit and help you make that change you want to make, it's going to meet your budget, it's going to meet your time limits, and it's going to deal with it as efficiently as possible. Then we assign a coach who we think is going to be best suited for it. It's not based on just who's available or who's got time that we can throw at it. It's who we actually think is you're going to work best with, who's got the best experience that's going to help you, who's the best fit for you, experience-wise, education, and philosophical. As it is a relationship. It's not like you're buying a piece of art and we'll never see it again, right? So you might be asking a question, I've started this program, what if I want to add to my program? So you can do that as well. I would say client, it's like a Lego. You started a program, you want to add on the other pieces to it, we can do that later. So we can do that. Flexibility, we have flexibility of when it's done and how it's done, and you can do it in the office, out of the office, via phone, hybrid mix of those things. Also time, obviously some clients, they have a lot of flexibility during the day, others have less, so we can have later hours or during the day hours. And you can do it via phone, you can do it via Skype, you can do it internationally. There are a lot of new Canadians that do this internationally, or coming to Canada or looking for support. So there are lots of different ways we can do it. Flexibility. It's also one-on-one. So everything you're doing is one-on-one. It's not this we're sitting in a group. I don't believe you can do this in a career planning in a group setting. I think there are elements you could do maybe group, but most of our work is done one-on-one. And then we have a team approach. So we have different, depending which program, depending which process, but we have different people on our team that might be helping the resume, might be helping the assessment. You still have one dedicated coach, and then we'll have other coaches that we think might be helping on the process to help you with resume or job search coaching, whatever it may be that we think is going to help you. And then we incorporate, how many, what's involved time-wise. Well, you can you have your 45-minute to 1 hour coaching session weekly or bi-weekly or once a month or whatever you decide is going to work within your life. Because I always say clients is, you got to add this into your life. So we want to make this as accessible as you can. So we'll be and there are times when we have to pause it for a season because something goes on. So there's lots of flexibility with it. It's not committed to a timeline, and if you don't get it done that time, we go away or you lose the investment we make. No, it's amount of coaching sessions. We can do it over 6 months, a year, 3 months, whatever it may be, right? And so you're ultimately, in the driver's seat as the client, and we're trying to take this tool set. It's not a homogeneous tool set, although we have a framework we use that's customized for every person. So every time you're going through it, or new clients going through it, in a sense, it's a completely different process in one way because it's a new person. So it's the ability for us to customize and tweak and pull out what we think is best for each client through the process, and ultimately to have them make a better decision. Our success rate is very high, 94% success rate with our clients. You can look on our LinkedIn or look on our website to show what our success rate is. But it isn't magic bullet. It's not a thing that's going to solve your problem tomorrow. But it's a well thought out process. And you might think, why can't I do this on my own? Well, I've seen clients, if you had an illness, you would see it as strength to get expertise. You wouldn't see it as weakness. So I think, to me, this is what I think we bring to the table. It's expertise, confidentiality. Is it confidential? Absolutely. Everything you do is confidential. Nobody's going to know about it except for you and us, right? It won't be public unless you tell it, right? Unless you want to share it with others. And you'll see lots of people, refer to us, and that's hence the media. You see a lot of us doing media, speaking, other things because of the reputation we have of being thoughtful, leading Canadian company in this space. And yes, there are other people who can do this, but I think we bring a unique set of way of doing it on our team, our process, our methodology, our personalization, our innovation. And ultimately, I see this as a very personal journey. And so I think the personalization of everything is the thing I'm most proud about. Ultimately, doing this, we've seen it over and over again. If you don't make some sort of a change, things aren't going to change organically. They're not going to just change it. So to me, committing to this process is not this radical commitment to, to whatever, jumping out of a plane with the parachute. It's more about walking alongside you and walking you through that journey so you can make the best decision you can. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a great reward, the reward of seeing people be in the right career situation and be empowered and feel a lot more in control of not only their present but their future.